I want to take a moment today to talk about the recent shooting in Annapolis, Maryland, the one at the Capital Gazette newspaper. Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk about here. Now, first off, I want to kind of make a statement to the people out there that were chomping at the bit, the media people that were chomping at the bit, and not just media people, but celebrities and people in high-profile places that were just aching to say, aha, see, this is because of Donald Trump's rhetoric against the media when he says they're the enemy of the people and he's motivating these crazy people to go out and do things like this. Well, that's not the case at all. This was a guy who had a beef with this newspaper since 2011, since the first Obama administration. He's had lawsuits against them. He's made threats against them. They knew about him. This was not something that was motivated by the president, so get that out of your head. He takes no culpability in this, so move on. He shouldn't take any culpability in this because it's not anything to do with anything he said. Beyond that, I want to talk about the actual shooting itself. First off, he used a shotgun, not an AR. So I don't know what the people who are always like, oh, ARs are the scourge, and that's why people are shooting everybody because of ARs, and we got to get rid of ARs. Well, he didn't use an AR, he used a shotgun. But of course, we all know that's their plan. They want to get rid of ARs first, and then they'll say, well, now they're using shotguns, we got to get rid of shotguns. And then, oh, but now they're using handguns, we got to get rid of handguns. Oh, now they're using pipe bombs, we got to start monitoring people. You know, it's just, that's all part of their plan to completely take control of everybody's lives. So we all know how that goes, so I'm not really going to spend a lot of time on that. What I really want to talk about today, what I took mainly from this shooting is I'm sitting here watching the coverage of it, and I see the previous editor or whatever he is come in, and he's talking to the media, and he's saying, we knew this was going to happen. We knew this was coming. And that struck me as really insane, because you knew this was happening, but you didn't do anything to stop it. Now, they didn't press charges against this guy earlier on. They had a chance to, but they didn't. And they say now that, well, we're glad we didn't because it would have escalated it and he would have done this sooner. Well, I don't matter. Think if this happened. So how is it bad to have taken a chance of it happening sooner, but maybe having it not happen because the police intervened and maybe something was done? Or maybe he had to act quickly and rashly and didn't have time to plan it out. I mean, I just don't see how that would have been a negative thing to press the charges against him when he had the chance. But, I know that's them coping with previous mistakes they've made, justifying their decisions. But the biggest mistake they made, like I said, is knowing it's coming and not doing anything about it. I mean, you could have hired a security guard or put in a security system, more secure doors, windows, etc. But I know a lot of people say, well, that costs money and little newspapers don't have a lot of money. Well, here's something that wouldn't have cost any money that they could have done easily. If I was the editor there, or if I was someone in charge, I would have said, all these people here that are working in my office, all these good, law-abiding, honest, decent people, I bet a couple of them have carry permits, probably not a lot because newspaper, but probably a couple. Like maybe the sports writer or whoever. Maybe they start carrying at work just so we have some sort of defense here because we know something's going to happen. We know we're at a greatly increased risk right now because this one crazy person has us in his crosshairs. And until he actually does something, the police can't really stop him until he actually does something. And that's the reality of the world. Police can't stop you until you actually do something. And they said, oh, well, we responded in 60 seconds. Well, 60 seconds is great, but it's a long time when someone's walking down a row of desks with a gun pulling that trigger. So that's not going to help. So I just don't understand why someone didn't say, I'm going to start carrying at work, or we're going to start letting our employees carry at work. I mean, what does it take for these people to learn the lesson that crazy people do crazy things? And if you're in a situation where you're directly in the sights of a crazy person, why wouldn't you take the steps to protect yourself and your coworkers? I know there's this left-wing ideology that guns are bad. But why would that stop you from defending your own life and your friend's life? You can't trust yourself with a firearm. You've been so taught that these are instruments of destruction and they're evil. These little inanimate objects that can't hurt anybody on their own could save your life. Get over that. I mean, I saw so many accounts from the people that were there that were, I stood helplessly behind my desk as he walked down the rows. Or one guy, I stood helplessly as he broke through the glass and walked through. And then another lady, I was sitting at my desk helpless as I watched him shooting my coworkers. Well, wouldn't you much rather that story be, I was sitting there and Bill from editorials pulled out his .38 special and shot the guy as he drew his rifle and shotgun? Or wouldn't you rather be able to say, I saw him come in, I saw him break the door with his shotgun, and I acted, and I fired upon him, and he ran. Wouldn't that be a much better ending to the story simply because you chose to be prepared? I mean, how hard is this lesson to learn for some people? Why are they so adamantly resistant to being responsible for their own safety? When things like this happen, and things like this are going to happen because crazy people do crazy things, monsters do bad things, the police aren't going to save you. Politicians aren't going to save you. No laws are going to save you. The only person that can save you is you. So when are you going to wake up, take responsibility for your own safety and the safety of your own friends, family, and coworkers, so that next time something like this happens, you don't have to stand by helplessly and watch?